What one thing has changed my life? While I must say that many things have changed my life, like turns and bumps in the road, one thing has drastically changed my life. It was choosing to trust God. I can always resort back to not trusting God via the little side roads found between the two main highways of trusting God and not trusting God, but I've chosen to keep on the highway of trusting God. Recently, I got to the place where I had to make a choice. I had to choose which road I was going to take. I was driving myself, my friends, and my family absolutely crazy, and I couldn't figure out why. Thankfully, through people and through His Word, He showed me that I had to choose this day who I was going to serve. I decided I wasn't going to choose serving the devil by living the life of fear that I had been. I had made some wise decisions and some unwise decisions before this point. I was forced to consider the consequences of my actions and to decide which way I wanted to keep going. I chose to trust God. I chose faith. I chose His leadership. Trusting God has taken me places that I couldn't get otherwise. I tried taking other roads, but they always came back to fear. Now that I've decided to trust God, it's taken care of that problem. I now have an audience of one, God. God is who I'm going to please above everyone else, even when it means people won't understand. Some people will think I'm crazy, and they'll think that I'm ruining my life. But I hope that'll change once they see what God's doing in my life. Just as those who love Jesus started to understand once He rose from the grave. It appeared as though He had been defeated, but He overcame death, hell, and the grave. He didn't physically run the tyrants out. He loved His enemies, and He provided a way for everyone to be saved from their spiritual bondage. His kingdom is not of this world. It's not like we think it is. And a lot of people don't know that they really do want what Jesus has to offer. I've learned that if I want to please God, I can't try to please everyone else. I've also realized that I'm called to die to self and selfishness. But when I do, God gives a life more abundant. I intend to thrive on trusting God. I'm trusting God to supply all my needs. I will choose not to be weary in well-doing, for in due season I will reap if I don't faint. I intend to be patient, and as a result be perseverant when things are hard and don't make sense, when people don't understand, and when circumstances are painful. I'm going to keep trusting God. The rewards are just around the bend, and someday it will be made plain. It will all make sense, and I'll have my rewards. After trusting God with all my heart, leaning not to my own understanding, acknowledging Him in all my ways, and letting Him direct my path.